Spring and summer are traditionally seen as the best times to sell your house. Research has actually shown that homes sold during the first half of May tend to sell faster and sell for a higher average price than house sales at any other time of the year. Now, once you get into fall and winter, buyer competition doesn't seem as fierce and average prices start to drop. Bigg Dotson here, and this doesn't mean you can't sell during the off season. It just means that you need to maximize the value of your home to get the most out of your property. So join me right after the break on this episode of Just Ask Bigg, and I'm going to share how you go about selling your home in the off season. I'll see you on the other side. Hey there, so awesome to see you back. So before the break, I said I would share tips for off-season home selling, and so let's get to it. Now let me just say this, as my tip number one, there's always a buyer. Now, even though it's off-season, there will always be someone out there who's looking to buy a home. That's right. It's easy to assume that you'll have to take what you can get if you find someone who's interested, but that's definitely not the case. It's true that you might not get as much out of your home as you would like near the start of the summer, but you don't necessarily have to settle either. Tip number two, aggressive pricing strategies. The fact is, you're more likely to sell quickly if you're more aggressive with your pricing strategy than you would be during the summer. Determine the actual value of the home and what you need to get from the sale, then add a little more to the total to give yourself some wiggle room for negotiations. This lets you present the home as a great deal and still yield a bit to the buyer, convincing them that they really are getting a great deal on your property and they need to make the purchase before someone else comes along. Tip number three, appearance matters. It's always important to have your house looking its best when you're trying to make a sale, but it's especially important during the off season. This can be a chore if you have trees dropping leaves all over the yard, but it's worth it. Your home should be the one that stands out from the neighborhood because it has fresher paint, it has a neater lawn, cleaner windows, and anything you can do to improve its overall look. You see, the more you can wow potential buyers, the more likely they are to actually buy. Tip number four, cut out the clutter. If you're in the process of packing while you're trying to sell your home, take any of those boxes and anything that's ready to go and get it out of the house and into a storage unit. The same goes for most of the clutter that we build up in our daily lives. When a potential buyer comes to look at the house, you should ideally have everything pared down to some basic furniture, standard amenities, and perhaps a few picture frames or other personal items that are tastefully presented around the house. You want the buyers to see the house for its beauty and be able to picture their lives there, not to see how the house looks overflowing with your life. And finally, tip number five, be prepared. If you really want to get a potential buyer's attention, show them that you're prepared to answer any questions they might have about your house. Get a pre-inspection so you'll know about any issues that you might not have noticed, making necessary repairs or disclosures as needed. Gather up documentation about the heating and cooling system and any maintenance that's been performed. And if you really want to go the extra mile, track down photos of the house from different seasons or pictures of any flowers or trees in bloom so that potential buyers will have an idea of what they can look forward to when they are living there instead of you. Well, folks, that's my big real estate tips for today. So if you'd like to learn more educational information on buying and selling real estate, make sure to watch my other Just Ask Bigg videos. Or if you want to have me help you personally with the buying or selling of real estate, feel free to message me directly, or you can call me directly, toll-free, 833-ASK-BIGG. That's 833-ASK-BIGG. For those that want those little digits on the phone pad, that's 833-275-2444. And last but not least, be sure to visit my website at BiggResultsRealEstate.com. Okay, thanks for watching, and that's our episode for today. I appreciate you joining me, and as always, remember to be bold and think big.